Hi, I'm Bob Garrett. At Hackensack Meridian Health, we believe that all residents need to be informed about the important healthcare issues that affect their lives. That's why we're very proud to support the important programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation.
Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russ Berrie Foundation, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Hackensack Meridian Health, NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, New Jersey Sharing Network, dedicated to saving lives through organ and tissue donation, Fedway Associates, and by United Airlines. Promotional support provided by Meadowlands Regional Chamber, building essential connections that drive business growth, and by Insider NJ.
This is One-on-One. I'm an equal American just like you are.
The jobs of tomorrow are not the jobs of yesterday.
Look at this. You got this?
Here it is, man. Look at that.
Life without dance is boring.
I don't care how good you are or how good you think you are, there is always something to learn.
Do you enjoy talking politics?
No.
People call me because they feel nobody's paying attention.
Our culture, I don't think, has ever been tested the way it's being tested right now.
Such a good question. High five.
Hi, this is Steve Adubato. This, in fact, is the after party, if you will, the after event, the 22nd annual Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award. This event is something I've been a part of from day one. It is extraordinary. The people you're about to meet are the honorees we recognize this year, 11 honorees. Past honorees who've come back to talk about the difference that they continue to make, how their organizations have grown, how they've partnered with others to try to have a greater impact. The whole idea, the whole concept behind this is making a difference. That's what our late great friend Russ Berrie taught us a long time ago when these awards were created. Angelica Berrie, the president of the Russ Berrie Foundation, you'll see her in this special as well. That's what she talks about. She talks about having a ripple effect, making a difference. These people are amazing. They've come through so much to give back to others. I'm confident that your view of the world, your view of people will be changed in what you're about to see right now. We welcome Dorian Murray Thomas of Newark, New Jersey, created an organization called She Wins. You won today. Talk about the organization.
Thank you. So born and raised in the city of Newark by an educator and a small business owner of my dad, who actually immigrated to the U.S. when he was just a few years younger than me, from Guyana. So I came up from really hardworking family, but unfortunately tragedy hit when I was 7 years old, and my father was gunned down just 2 blocks from our house. And so I really had to wrestle with that for a lot of my childhood. And I had an amazing mom and family who supported me and created these services and just sort of systems of not necessarily feeling like just because I experienced a tragedy, my future was in jeopardy. And so in college, I got the opportunity to start my own organization.
You didn't get the opportunity. You chose to start it.
I chose to start. You're absolutely right. And I specifically went to Swarthmore College because I knew that college valued the same things I valued, which is service and civic responsibility. And so I applied for a grant to do a girls' leadership organization for girls who shared my story of being affected by violence or affected by other forms of trauma, or just wanted to come together with a group of girls in their community to achieve their goals.
And that's She Wins.
And that is She Wins.
How do you help folks?
It's mainly 2 ways. So one, we make sure that it's a long-term sisterhood, right? And so our girls start with us in middle school. We really want to make sure that girls from 6th through 7th and 8th grade know that they're not alone. And so that when we capture them with their middle school, we support them through their transition to high school. And then they participate in our summer leadership program, our after school program. And then the high school girls come back and mentor incoming middle schoolers in the program.
How rewarding is it?
It's the most rewarding thing ever to see young girls who are already brilliant, already talented, tap into their stories to affect change within the community and really just focus on their own agency and their own sisterhood that they share with one another, and really sort of bringing that same energy into transforming their community.
Tell me what you're thinking and feeling as first your name was called out when I announced your name as a winner, but then being around these other winners today.
Well, I'm here with about 7 of the girls from She Wins here. So just to be in this space with them and for them to see, one day I want to be coming to these awards for them when they're doing their own initiatives and projects in Newark, New Jersey, the country, the world. And so it just felt good to hear my name and for them to see, look, I'm only here because you're so brilliant and you're so talented and you committed to investing in yourself that you make She Wins what it is today. And so that felt amazing. And then to be in a space where I see and our girls get to see all these other people who care about their community and are committed to making sure that they grow and that their community grows with them.
One of the great things about this Russ Berrie event, even after 22 years, some of the past honorees come back. So Adam Lowy heads up an organization called
Move for Hunger.
I remember you got honored. What year was that?
2016.
Talk to us about the organization, what it's about, and the progress you've made.
Absolutely. So we are working with moving and relocation companies to rescue food from people when they move and then deliver that food to local food banks and pantries. We started it here, but now we're nationwide and through Canada and have fed over 9 million people to date. Since then, though, the Russ Berrie Foundation has been even more integral. We just launched a brand new fellowship with them to bring underprivileged students an opportunity to intern with us with a paid fellowship. So we're really excited. We just chose our very first fellow. They start with us in June. And then we also launched a brand new program with apartment communities. So even if you're not moving with a moving company, you'll still be able to donate your food when you relocate.
Adam, for people who don't remember when we featured you on this program we did a couple years ago, tell folks why you even got into this.
So my family's owned a moving company in New Jersey for about 100 years. And you know what? People throw away a lot of stuff when they're moving, and we got sick of seeing the food just get left behind. It started as a nice thing to do, and now it's turning into a movement to mobilize an industry.
How significant is the Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award?
The Russ Berrie Making a Difference Award was an incredible honor and also gave me a platform to tell my community about the work that we're doing and get others involved. And for those that want to get more involved or want to make a donation or take action, they can visit moveforhunger.org.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Russ Berrie Awards for Making a Difference, the Making a Difference Awards, I'll tell you, 22 years we've been doing this. You were not around, Ethan, when we started this 22 years ago, but you're 11 years old. This is Ethan Sandlofer from Upper Saddle River, and you head up an organization called Ease Battle Buddies. What's it all about for millions of people watching right now? Let them know.
It's about helping people with cancer and helping the family that are getting affected by cancer be able to not get affected and get better and be able to spend time with their family and be with their family without having to worry about having cancer or having to fight the battle of cancer.
Ethan, you got involved for very personal reasons. When you were 2 years old, you lost your mom to a rare form of cancer. None of us can imagine that right now, but what made you decide I want to help other people?
Well, I didn't want people to have to go through that and need to be sad about having to lose their parents, because I don't want them to have to lose their parents or parents to have to lose their kids. So I want people to be able to be okay and be with their family and have fun with their family.
How do you do that? Explain what the organization does. Actually let people know what Ease Battle Buddies actually do.
Well, the event...
Yeah, you have a big event. Tell everyone about the event coming up.
Well, the main event is cycling. So it's like Cycle for Survival, but for a kids form. And kids cycle, not grown-ups, because kids don't cycle at Cycle for Survival. They only watch their parents do it, and then they have a little room for kids to watch. Well, now kids do it and parents watch.
And raise money. Talk about it's a few bucks if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. You've donated $90,000 to the John Thurr Cancer Center of Hackensack University Medical Center?
Well, last year we did, but so far, overall out of our event, we raised more than $350,000. And we've been doing this for 4 years, and it's awesome.
Sorry for interrupting, Ethan. What's it feel like to be honored today? I know I've seen the honorees. You are by far the youngest. You're 11, as I said. What does it feel like to be honored by the Russ Berrie folks and with the Making a Difference Award?
It's awesome because it's showing me that I'm helping people, and I got shown that I'm doing something, and I got spotted out for helping people, and I feel amazing.
Let me push you a little further, okay? There are a lot of people who spend a lot of time saying, why did this happen to me? Because, again, you were just such a young boy. You chose to turn a very tragic situation into a way to help other people. Your dad's helped you too in this. Talk about your dad, because he's actually right over there. And you said you wouldn't be the success you are without him. Talk about your dad.
Well, my dad helps me a lot. He sets my organization up. He sets everything up. Well, also my aunt and my family helps me a lot.
It's a family thing?
Yeah. Well, my aunt over there, she plans my event, and she helps a lot. Like, she also sets things up. Like we make an obstacle course every year, and now she's helping with that obstacle course by getting things to put in the obstacle course. And it's a big help. And they put the numbers on the bikes and make the shirts, and it's awesome.
What's it feel like to be honored today?
It feels amazing because I'm got spotted out to that I'm helping people.
Anything better than that? Helping people just about the best thing you can do?
Yes, I think so, because it's helping people not having to worry or losing their parents from cancer.
Everyone's proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To watch more One-on-One with Steve Adubato, find us online and follow us on social media.
We're here with one of our Russ Berrie Making a Difference awardees. The event has ended, so you already know what a winner you are. This is Carla Scarabino from Monmouth Beach. She created an organization called the Beauty Foundation for Cancer Care, which is?
We alleviate the burdens that a family faces when they're undergoing cancer treatment. So we actually provide monetary grants, grocery gift cards, meals, things that hopefully will help a family when someone in their family is facing cancer.
Why did you choose to do this?
Back in 2008, I think it was probably more because of my age. A few friends, family members were being diagnosed with cancer. And I just couldn't even imagine how they could even get out of bed in the morning, let alone clean their home, provide meals for their family, take care of children. We originally started just giving grants to women undergoing cancer treatment. And we soon found that when anyone in the family is sick, the entire family is undergoing so much stress. And we thought that if we could just ease that little burden, we might be able to help those people just focus on getting better. So we immediately changed our mission, and we help anyone facing any type of cancer treatment.
How rewarding is it?
Oh gosh, it is immensely rewarding, and it is on both a daily basis, a yearly basis. We have been doing this now for over 10 years, and I think because we give directly to people, they come back and say thank you. And we actually meet them, we meet their families, we hear their stories. The good news is when they get better, and they come back and they volunteer and they support us, and that's amazing. So that's the reward.
You know, it's interesting. I've been asking everyone who has been part of this special, this Making a Difference special, what it's like to be around others who are recognized today, the other winners, the past honorees as well as those who recognize today. Pretty awesome, huh?
Yes, I was speaking to one of the other winners, and we both looked at each other and we said, before I got up here, I thought, could this be a mistake? Because you just hear the stories, and you actually can't believe the work that's done. I mean, it's amazing.
What about that 11-year-old kid?
My gosh. But to come from, tragedy, but to be able to turn that around, that I find so impressive. To be able to do that, to just, you don't have to do it, but you do it, and you want to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting, as Carla's talking about this, as you watch this special we're doing. I mean, Ethan loses his mom. He's 2 years old. And at some point, decides he wants to make a difference in the lives of others. There are parents who lost a child, a son, a teenage son to suicide. People have experienced tragedy, and they choose to turn it into making a difference for others. It is humbling.
It's unbelievably humbling, but it does give me a lot of hope in humanity, because I think that, if you turn on the news or open up a newspaper, sometimes you get frustrated.
We don't see a lot of stories like this, do we?
Not enough. Not enough. So kids like him are going to change the future.
The 22nd annual Russ Berrie Making a Difference Awards would not be what it is if we were not with our good friend, Elaine Adler, the Adler Aphasia Center. So I got to ask you, you've been to a few of these, if not all of them.
Everyone.
Everyone. What makes it so special, Elaine?
Well, Angelica is my dear friend. We're 8 women and we call ourselves sisters. She's my baby sister. I'm the oldest, she's the youngest.
Angelica Berrie and the Berrie Foundation. The idea of recognizing these people, what does it feel like when you see it?
I am so proud of them and the fact that they are recognized. People who make a difference are not normally recognized, and they themselves don't need to be seen and recognized. They know in their heart what they've done, and they feel good about it. And I say that those who can and don't lack the pleasure of having served.
My name is Benigno Pino Rodriguez. I am an employee here at Camden Lutheran Housing. I was brought here as a coordinator for the Black Support Initiative here in North Camden. I was a divorced father, and my children were not allowed to have sleepovers with me because it was deemed that the area was unsafe. It was unsafe. We had to hide. Once in a while, we had to drop down every hour on the hour. We had drugs, we had shootings and things like that. And I was told that you have to take back your community, you have to stand up, you got to do some things in your neighborhood. So I came up with the Black Support Initiative, meaning that if I gave them some flower boxes and some things that they normally would not see in front of their doors to change the quality of life, would they be willing to take on the responsibility of keeping the front of their properties clean and clear of trash and debris? My neighbors were elated. They were excited. It worked. It stayed. People loved it, even people that were passing by. It grew to a situation where we decided to even do the corner lots where we're trash filled, abandoned. So we decided to do it ourselves with the help of the residents, because this program has to deal with the residents being a part of this. It makes them personally responsible. It makes them feel like this belongs to me. This was for their family and for their children. They were very receptive to that. Oh, this is great. I'll help you clean up. So inadvertently, what was done was that the crime started to decrease. We went to court, we showed them that our properties look beautiful. We stepped up, just like the city asked us. We did everything they asked us and more. Well, the judge agreed with us. We showed them the pictures of the blighted areas, which was city-owned properties, and private properties that have been left there in our laps to deal with. He eliminated the intimate domain situations. The judge also agreed that the crime went down. My children were allowed to stay. I was left with about $50 a month. And I had to find a way to make that work. But I decided to use my $50 to try to implement the changes that I wanted so that my kids would be able to stay. And with $50, I made a huge difference with the flower boxes, cost only $7, a little bit of dirt, flowers, and things like that. So I was able to make a difference on an every 2-week basis with my paycheck until my residents started to feel the same energy and the same excitement. So they also asked me about it, and that's where we started the Black Supporter Initiative, and we started making them responsible. To me, community means everybody and every neighborhood. Engagement, people getting involved, people making a difference. Every family deserves the same. If you want to make a difference, then go out there and make a difference. Everyone has to step up and be a part of the solution, and that will change. We're here to take the hood out of the neighborhood. I am so humbled, but this is not about me. This is about the residents that deserve change and been wanting change for decades, okay? So I, in turn, would like to thank them, because without them, this won't not work, and without thanking them, this won't work. I'll be able to pay that forward to show my residents my gratitude and my appreciation for what they've done. Because again, without them, there's nothing. Without them wanting to make that change, wanting to do their part, none of this works.
We are thrilled to recognize, after seeing the story about him, our $50,000 Russ Berrie Making a Difference winner, Pino Rodriguez. Amazing, huh?
It's over the moon, unexpected, totally amazing, and I am just so humbled and so thankful, and this is about my residents, and it's about their commitment and passion to a better neighborhood right where they live.
In beautiful Camden, New Jersey. Tell folks a little bit about your organization.
The organization was created to engage residents right in front of their home. Residents are normally in urban areas and crime-ridden city areas. You usually find a situation where things are being developed around them and things are being constructed around them, but nothing ever is impacting them right in front of their homes. So it's basically a process where they go to meetings and they always hear that you have to wait a little while until the process and things are being worked on. Well, this Block Supporter Initiative gives them the opportunity to have what they've been waiting for right now until the process gets completed.
Pino, what have you seen in the neighborhood in terms of the changes, the response from the neighbors, the community, to what you and your colleagues are doing?
What we've seen has been a positive attitude, promotion and pride. They have a sense of pride, sense of respect, responsibility, and accountability. And that's what's going to help change the neighborhood. We've seen them also get more involved in the community. We've seen the children come out more, the children playing. We also seen a reduction in crime because most of the crimes usually are being committed by the same people that live in the community. And if you can offer them a better life for their children and families, they're willing to accept it, and crime drops.
You know, it's interesting. You often hear people say, oh, why is crime the way it is in our cities? Why are our cities struggling the way they are? I wish, quote, government, I wish politicians would do more. And there is a job to be done by those in public life, but you chose not to wait.
Well, we've tried to work with our city government numerous times throughout the years and numerous different administrations.
But you chose to do a lot on your own.
Only because we were asked, we asked what can we do, right? And we were instructed on what you can do. Take back your neighborhood, get involved and things like that. We did that and we did more. And when we went back to the table and asked, well, how about now, you know, can we get some support and things? We did our part and more. Well, actually we were turned our backs on. So that made us actually say, well, you know what? If we can't get the help that we need, we'll go ahead and do it ourselves.
You decided to be the change.
Oh, absolutely. It's easy to do it when the residents have been in need for this change for decades. And if you can give the residents something that they're willing to accept as responsibility, then it's very easy.
What is it like? What was it like today? The ceremony is over. By the way, let's go through this a little bit. There are 11 people that win. There are 8 $5,000 winners and then 3 winners at a higher level, $25,000, $35,000, and $50,000. At what point, I'm not saying you came here thinking anything, but at what point were you thinking, I could be the one who wins the $50,000 prize? Or did you at all?
Well, when I came here with the intentions to go first, only because I'd never done things like this, and I don't accept awards. So for the most part, I've been accepting the awards on behalf of my residents. Okay, and I was expecting to go first and get it over with and thank all my residents and inspire them to move forward and things like that.
What happened when your name wasn't called for a while?
I started to get nervous. I started to get nervous, and once the 8th person went through, I just lost it. I mean, this is not.
Then there's the 25, 35, and then 50.
Right. This is not about me. This is about those residents, and to live 20 plus years financially disabled, offer $50 every 2 weeks to try to help the community and better the community and fight eminent domain and just try to make a better place so our children can live and my children can come and visit me. Was very taxing. It was very difficult, very depressing. But God found a way to give me the health that I needed to continue. And I'm a caregiver for my mother as well. So I was doing numerous of things at the same time, but he gave me the health. And that pulled me along. And with these residents are so inspired. They want something better. They always want something better. But the trick of it is, Steve, is how can we get them to be responsible for what you give them for long periods of time? And we found a way to do that.
Finally, what would you say to the Russ Berrie Foundation committee that decided to pick you?
Well, what I would say to them is thank you so very much for acknowledging those of us that go unacknowledged for so many years. I was inspired myself by residents that were doing things on their own that had no recognition, that I recognized them for what I saw. And after a while, they're waiting for positive difference and change. They wind up passing away or moving away because of the frustration, the community depression, and things like that. I am so proud and so glad to be able to have found a way to make that difference. And I'm so proud and honored and humbled to be here today. And I just want to say that had it not been for Bessie Clifford and Camden Lutheran Housing that brought this program into the light out of the darkness, and for Jessica Franzini that has actually made this come full circle. This is not just about flower boxes and flags. This is about identifying the problems of a community, identifying the solution, and fixing them, not just talking about them. And those groups and those people that surround me lead by example, and I'm so proud that I'm on their team.
Thank you, Pino.
And thank you so much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berrie Foundation, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Hackensack Meridian Health, NJIT, New Jersey Sharing Network, Fedway Associates, and by United Airlines. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
I could feel my lungs fill with oxygen, and I got my life back.
The Sharing Network means to me hope, life, and everything.
The Sharing Network was a lifeline to me when I really needed it.
We are an organ procurement organization.
The core purpose of the New Jersey Sharing Network is to save and enhance lives.
To honor those who gave.
Pay tribute to those who received.
Offer hope to those who continue to wait.
And remember the lives lost while waiting.
For the gift of life.